Teachers' live experiences in handling students' behavior, a proposed training on counseling program, a concept paper presented to Dr. Marina Manlagaylay on the subject ED 805 Seminar in Dissertation Writing by Andrea T. Gutierrez, Ph.D. Counseling Section 2, Region 3, SDO, Pampanga. Rationale and significance of the study. Teachers face numerous challenges in the classroom, and one of the most significant challenges is managing students' behavior. Students' disruptive behavior can hinder learning, disrupt the learning environment, and lead to poor academic performance. Teachers need to develop the skills and knowledge to manage students' behavior effectively. A proposed training on counseling program for teachers can provide the necessary tools to address students' behavior and create a positive learning environment. The training can focus on providing teachers with practical strategies to identify, prevent, and manage behavior problems effectively. It can equip teachers with the skills to understand the underlying causes of students' behavior and address them appropriately. The training can also provide teachers with the necessary knowledge to address students' emotional and mental health needs. Teachers can learn how to recognize signs of emotional and mental health needs. Teachers can learn also on how to recognize signs of emotional distress and provide appropriate support to students. The training can equip teachers with the skills to provide counseling and guidance to students who may be experiencing emotional or mental health issues. Overall, a proposed training on counseling program for teachers can help improve the quality of education by creating a positive learning environment, promoting academic achievement, and supporting students' emotional and mental health needs. Research questions. The primary objective of this study is to describe the experiences of teachers in handling students' behavior that would serve as a basis for a proposed training on counseling program. More specifically, this study attempts to answer the following questions. Number one, how may live the experiences of selected teachers in handling students' behavior be described? Number two, what are the common challenges encountered by the teachers in their respective classroom in terms of students' behavior? Number three, what are the identified gaps in the implementation of counseling program relative to students' behavior? Number four, how may the counseling program be tailored to meet the unique needs of teachers in different educational settings? Theoretical framework. This theory is anchored on the lived experiences of teachers. These are follows. As described by Chandler and Munday, 2019, lived experiences belong to people who have gained knowledge through direct, first-hand involvement in everyday events rather than through assumptions and constructs from other people, research, or media. Max van Manen, 2010, developed a theory of lived experience as a way to understand how people make sense of their everyday experiences, shape their understanding of the world. His theory has been widely used in fields such as nursing, psychology, and social work, as well as in education. This is much related to the study since both explore the lived experiences of teachers. In this study, the selected grade 10 teachers who are involved in the counseling practices of the school community setting. Research methodology, research design. Qualitative research methodologies are used to explore why or how a phenomenon occurs, to develop a theory, or describe the nature of an individual's experience, while quantitative methodologies address questions about causality, generalizability, or magnitude of effect. A qualitative research fosters an opportunity to develop rich descriptions that vividly communicate the participants' experiences were used for this study. Through this research, the researcher will be able to gather data directly from each teacher participant. It will use the phenomenological descriptive method since the study aims to explore the lived experiences of selected teachers in handling students' behavior. According to Creswell 2013, phenomenology is an approach to qualitative research that focuses on the commonality of a lived experience within a particular group. The present study will use the phenomenological approach of Mustakas. According to Mustakas, 1994, methods of preparation are reviewing the professional and research methods, formulating research questions, illustrating the topic, and request questions, and selecting the participants. In this study, an exploratory sequential mixed method of research is selected in order to broadly explore and understand data management practices of teachers in handling student behavior. Research participants. The purposive sampling technique will be used in the selection of the participants. Selected 50% of the students. From 50%, 10 of them will be randomly be selected for the interview phase of the study, and 100% of the teachers will be involved in the study. The study will focus on the grade 10 teachers and their students from the 3 secondary schools of Magalang South District, SDO Pampanga. The idea behind purposive sampling is to concentrate on people with characteristics who can better assist the research relevantly. Research instruments. The study will use survey questionnaires that will be validated by experts in the field of guidance and counseling, school heads, and master teachers. Before the administration of the questionnaire, an orientation will be conducted to the participants. All the collected information will be treated carefully with the utmost confidentiality and will be validated by experts. For the data gathering procedure, in this study, the preparation and collection of data will be patterned after the steps given by Mustakas 1994. To collect data, the following steps will be followed: formulating the questions, defining the terms of questions, conducting a literature review, and determining the original nature of the study, developing criteria for selecting participants, establishing a contract, obtaining informed consent, ensuring confidentiality, agreeing to place and developing instructions and guide questions needed for the phenomenological research interview. The most important part of the data collection of the research study is the data that will come from the respondents of the study through the aid of the questionnaires and assessment results. The researcher will compile and summarize the gathered and collected data that will serve as a basis and platform of the study. Afterward, the researcher will use the primary sources of data, which is the gathering of data from the respondents, Nakin 2006, Pageant 2013, and participants. The researcher will also use the secondary sources of data collection, which is gathering information from the related literature and relevant studies from the different researchers related to the investigation. The data gathered will be summarized, serving as a basis and platform of the study. Data analysis. This study will use the guideline framework of an abbreviated version of the Stevie-Kolaisky-Keen method of analysis, as discussed by Mustakas 1994 and Creswell 2007 in analyzing the data collected. The researcher will observe the following steps. Number 1, list all the responses. Number 2, bracketing the participants' experience with the phenomenon. Number 3, identify the significant statements that describe the experiences of each participant. Number 4, all relevant statements, non-repetitive and non-overlapping statements called meaning units will be listed. Number 5, the statements will be categorized into groups called themes. And lastly, a thematic analysis will be created that will represent the central idea of the participants. And for the references, they are listed below. Thank you for listening.